The Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck. Summary: The Grapes of Wrath is a novel by John Steinbeck, published in 1939, that tells the story of the Joad family, a poor tenant farming family from Oklahoma, who are forced off their land during the Dust Bowl and the Great Depression. The Joads journey westward to California in search of work, dignity, and the promise of a better life. Through their struggles, Steinbeck highlights themes of social injustice, resilience, and the quest for dignity amidst the suffering of the working class. Plot summary. 1. The Joad family and the Great Depression. The novel opens with Tom Joad, recently released from prison for killing a man in self-defense, returning to his family's farm in Oklahoma. He finds the land abandoned and learns from Jim Casey, a former preacher, that the Joad family was evicted by the bank and are now staying with an uncle nearby. Like countless other families, the Joads have lost their land to dust storms, drought, and bank foreclosures. With no means to survive, they decide to move to California, lured by promises of work and prosperity. 2. The westward journey and hardships along the road. The Joads, with their limited belongings, load up a dilapidated truck and set off for California. They face numerous hardships, including the death of Grandpa Joad, who dies soon after leaving home, unable to cope with the separation from his land. On the journey, the family encounters other displaced families who warn them that jobs are scarce in California and that working conditions are harsh. The journey takes a heavy toll, with Grandma Joad dying before they reach California, leaving the family emotionally and physically strained. 3. Arrival in California and harsh realities. When the Joads finally reach California, they discover that the promised land is overcrowded with migrant workers, all vying for low-paying jobs. They find work picking fruit, only to realize that the wages are meager and designed to keep workers dependent. They encounter hostility from locals who see them as unwelcome outsiders, disparagingly referred to as Okies. The family struggles to maintain their unity as they move between migrant camps, witnessing firsthand the brutal exploitation and dehumanizing conditions that migrant workers endure. 4. Jim Casey's activism and Tom's transformation. Jim Casey, who has become a labor activist, is arrested for organizing a strike to demand fair wages and better conditions. Later, Casey is killed by deputies during a protest, and Tom, witnessing this, kills one of the deputies in a moment of rage and self-defense. Realizing he must leave the family to protect them, Tom decides to carry on Casey's mission, vowing to fight for social justice and the rights of the working class. This marks Tom's transformation from a self-focused man to one committed to the greater good. 5. The family's struggles and final moments. As the family's situation grows increasingly desperate, they find temporary shelter in a government-run camp that provides basic amenities and community support. However, work remains scarce, and the Joads face starvation. In the novel's haunting final scene, Rose of Sharon, who has just delivered a stillborn baby, comes across a starving man in a barn. In a profound act of compassion, she offers him her breast milk to sustain him, symbolizing solidarity and the will to survive despite the extreme suffering. Key themes. 1. Social injustice and class struggle. Steinbeck critiques the economic systems that exploit migrant workers, depicting the brutal disparities between landowners and laborers. The novel exposes how the working class is systematically oppressed by those in power, with the Joad's journey serving as a microcosm of the struggles of countless displaced families. 2. Family and community. The Joad family's unity and resilience are central to the story, demonstrating the importance of family ties and mutual support. The characters' relationships extend beyond their family, forming a collective spirit among all migrant workers, who find strength and hope through their shared experiences. 3. The quest for dignity and human rights. Throughout the novel, the Joads seek to preserve their dignity, even when faced with dehumanizing treatment. Their struggle highlights the fundamental human desire for respect, fairness, and opportunity, emphasizing the need for social justice. 4. Resilience and sacrifice. The character's resilience in the face of relentless hardship underscores the indomitable human spirit. Tom's decision to continue Casey's fight for justice and Rose of Sharon's final act of selflessness symbolize hope, resilience, and the will to endure despite suffering. Conclusion. The Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck is a powerful portrayal of the plight of migrant workers during the Great Depression, capturing the harsh realities of poverty, exploitation, and social injustice. Through the Joad family's journey and hardships, Steinbeck sheds light on the resilience and compassion of the human spirit in the face of oppression, leaving readers with a profound sense of empathy and a call for social change. The novel remains an enduring masterpiece, a compelling examination of class struggle and the universal desire for justice and dignity.